Hello my friends, Dave Alexander here with Forex market preview for the following week, which is gonna start 22nd July till the Friday 26th. So first let's have a look a little bit for the week which we had in this past week, which is just right now behind us, which was very successful for me, not only in the trading but as well I have made some achievements in my trading competitions where I'm of course locked in because I see the trading as a very competitive game. So I am of course locked in many competitions where you can compare yourself with other traders. So let's look a little bit to our past trades which we had in the last week. So we had a trade on the Aussie where we entered down here, which was on the correction after this nice trend, and then for the couple days the market rallied up. This was very perfect trade, which earned us around 70 pips. We have closed first take profit. It was actually a little bit higher because this screen post is from the Thursday, and then on the Friday price is dropping down, but I'll still expect it will come up because the drop is with the market dynamics, which looks like for more accumulation. Next trade, a very good one, was on the Euro dollar, where we entered on this stop hunt and had this nice run up. So it was another good trade. Next one was dollar franc, US franc. So we entered as well another stop hunt here, and price was dropping. This one gave us very nice pips too. Next one was a pound. This was amazing trade. I will speak about this trade as well a little bit later. As well, here we can see the illusion of the support, stop losses below, then the stop hunt, and then the run up. So this was a little bit early entry, but on the higher time frames there was reasons to entry. So it's a great trade too. Then USD Swiss crown. We wanted to enter the break of this. Then the price retraced a little bit, but I'm still expecting the downtrend to continue. Next one, USD CZK, nice break trade. We expecting this drop much more lower. Next trade is a USD Norwegian crown, USD NOK. Again, I was entering on the break. Then it took us the price a little bit higher, then the price is dropping a little bit, and I'm not sure at the moment. I think it's retraced as well because on the Friday the dollar has made some retracements to stop hunt all those who entered like us or maybe like others, but we still have our stop losses protected a little bit higher and we know what to risk. So this is our first TP, and then the second one we have much lower. So another great trade. So we had a lot of great trades last week, which actually earned us pretty good money. So this was some of my open interest on one of my accounts. I was earning on these trades: Euro, Pound, Aussie, Swiss, this Swedish crown, franc. All of these out trades was making very nice profits, and everyone in the group was making huge profits as well. I actually took my 100k challenge, which is the account which I started with the 5,000, and right now I'm growing, and I must say that I have made my milestone. So I'm actually on the halfway on the way to the 100k, which is my challenge. And last week was amazing. You can see that I added almost 14k. So everything is going very well. And what as well I have achieved is that I actually moved on these competitions as I was speaking about. So on the FX Junction, I'm on the first position in the weekly return. And I actually grow it a little bit more to the 74, which was no, sorry, 74 is a monthly. This month I'm 74% in profit. So something around 40% is this month, which is amazing, and it takes me to the first position on the FX junction. On the Forex Factory, I'm on the 34th position in the overall profitability this month. So there is a lot of traders. I mean, on all these pages are more than 1,000 traders. Next one is MQL5, the biggest communication, where is more than 66,000 traders which has connected to the accounts, and I'm on the 117 positions. I mean, of course, I'm not the first one. I believe I will be soon the first, but 6,000 from the 117th from the 6,000, for me it's pretty good achievement. And as well on the trading view, I get to the second position on the top outdoors who's doing some educative posts. So if you're interested to learn something about my trading methods, definitely join TradingView. Link is below this video, and follow me as an author, and you will definitely see more posts from me because I decided to help people with this. So this was for the stuff what happened last week, but now let's look what we could expect from the next week, and we will check it first on the news. So as I said, this week is gonna be starting the Monday, 22 July. So Monday, we don't have too much news this week, but I will show you something later. So Monday there will be Kuroda speaking. There we should be careful. He can surprise sometimes. Tuesday is about the Eurozone, German and French PMI, and again the Thursday will be ECB. So it's gonna be, this week will be mainly about the Euro, and the Aussie is on the Thursday as well, and the Friday and USD. So all of these events the banks can use for the market manipulations. But what is important, of course, we must look a little bit further. So because the next week, I mean that week later, we will have this news, and this is really a lot of big red news which are coming, and so the next week, which started Tuesday, which is the last week in this month, we're gonna have a Monday big news from the Japan, then the USD, then the Kiwi, the big news again, then Aussie. Yeah, then FOMC, Fed funds rates, FOMC statement, conference. Then the Thursday, again, the Thursdays are mostly at 1 o'clock. The pound, inflation report, this monetary blah blah blah, Carney. The pound will be, oh. And then Friday is NFP, and then Aussie. So, I mean, it's a lot of things which we must consider now. And here's the thing. What is the expectations from this news, what's gonna happen? I mean, the banks, they are banks and hedge funds and all of these institutions, they are actually providing the data to the central banks. So they must, they calculating these numbers, and they have access to this data. So they probably know what's gonna be the releases, and they know what's gonna happen, and they could start prepare themselves for the position to the positions in this week, and or they can prepare themselves. They can already be pricing in this what's gonna be happening here. So we must be right now very careful, and we must consider this, that it's gonna be happening. Okay, so but let's go to the charts, and let's start as usually with the dollar index. So the dollar index, we have we know what is already happening on the monthly and weekly. There's nothing too much what's changed. So the weekly, we still around this broken and retested trend line and the supply. So I expect this will continue lower. So if we check on the daily time frame, we can see that the price is somehow still moving here. But what can tell us the COT data is this thing. If we look to the dollar, so what do we see? We see that the banks are okay. I mean, they added some longs in the last 3 weeks, which was from here, here, and here. But the candles was always, when they've been reporting, closing with the bullish or higher than it was before. So of course there is a longs, and we don't see adding them too much shorts. So the question is, are they really bearish or they bullish? Let's look to my indicator more closely, so we can see that their longs positions are average is 40,000 and they are very below the average, I mean 4k, and the shorts are 14,000 and they are below the average as well. So I think there is a not much now the clear what is going on, because maybe of the nervosity about next interest rates cut or these things. But the bottom line is that we can see that they've been much more bullish in the past than they are right now. And if we look at it, look at the commercials, we can see that they started to hedge themselves. I mean, they grew to some hedge from the last week. So probably they expecting the price to drop lower. Let's see if that happens. What I thinking by the technicals. I'm seeing here that if I am the bank, I would not start to buying here, because here is the thing. They actually, I think that if they want to start to move the price higher, they would put some big position here, which was the 4 weeks ago, and it didn't happen. They actually closed their longs positions to drop here. Here they had this 40k. They dropped the price down, and since here the price is moving up by the mostly by that the shorts were closed. They did not much longs. You can see that there is almost nothing. So and always when they reported it on the bullish, we can see that there is a little bit rise in the longs, but not in the shorts as well. So might they added after this on the Wednesday some shorts, then they retested. And what do I think, that if they want to buy more, why they would not use this liquidity which is down here on this nice demand. So I think that if the dollar will be strong in the future, the first we will see this drop, and from here you might see this more buying activity in here, because as well if we look to the weekly, it's in confluence with this weekly demand, which could be filled up and then the price test taken up. But it's too much to the future. Right now I'm focusing to trade this drop. So for the moment I am bearish with the dollar. Next one is euro. It's actually the opposite chart of the dollar, because the euro in the dollar index is representing more than 60%. So on the weekly we are seeing the break of this long-term downtrend line, and the price is retested right now. On the monthly we have this bullish engulfing candle, which is telling us that there will be some bullishness going on. If we checking that on the daily clearly, so we have this daily trend line which was broken here, then retested, and then the price took down, and this last 3 days was interesting. So we took this long up and then the price come back, so we take profit one, and now we are out on the break even, and I'm waiting what is gonna happen, because of course what's gonna happen right now is that here definitely will appear some stop losses, because what's going on, the traders are seeing that the price is bouncing here 3 times. What that means, they think that they start to think that that this level is strong. So if they go long, they will put stop loss down here. So here will be definitely the money. So what could probably happen is that the bank will visit this, and then they could take the price up. Is the question how they gonna do it, and we will have this ECB in this week, and it's will be interesting. If we check it on the lower time frame, we can see that yeah, we have this broken trend line, and yeah, so it's opposite same. So here is the liquidity below this one, and here is as well the above. So question is what's gonna happen, but what can give us a bit a clue about what is going on? Of course, the COT data. It tells all the time everything. So let's check this. So we are seeing that the banks have been very bullish in the past, bearish, sorry. They had very big shorts like 261 or something like that, even more, 261, 262, when they be on the extreme. And for the last, it's almost 2-3 months, they are lowering, they're not so bearish, they're more closing these shorts. So they've been closing these shorts, while on the other side we can see that the longs are most likely growing. And here is, let's check this last 4 weeks. So we are seeing that they've been 155, then they went take price higher, they reported 158, then the price dropped, they reported sorry, it's like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the banks was 157, then the price dropped, they reported 155, then it dropped down, and they added 3k longs while they closed the shorts. So here they added the longs, and then once the price retested again, and on the bottom they reporting even more longs. So while the price dropping down, they added more longs. So here I could think that they are accumulating the longs, and as well they building this trap, this liquidity. So the traders think this gonna be the strong support. So I will be looking for the drop into this, and then I will be looking to enter the long again, because this is for me the position building, and they closing the shorts. Okay, we can see that they rise the shorts in for the last report, but if you adding longs positions, if you adding longs, you must add even more shorts to bring the price down. And then on the Wednesday after the Tuesday reports, they probably close these shorts here, which brings the price up. And then the stop hunt which happened on this dollar. So I'm bullish on the euro USD. Next one is the Aussie. Aussie is a bullish one, but what is going on here? So let's check from this one. I like this on the monthly. So the price is really, there is a little big tension after this trend line, and I seeing it's already breaking. On the weekly it already broke it up, retested this demand zone where was the power accumulated, and the price starting to moving up. On the daily, let's put this bigger, this one, this more clear chart, more bigger this time frame. So what is happening here? So the price is moving higher, and what's happening here? So the banks are basically, they've been closing their shorts positions, because look how big shorts they had in the past. So they had like 107, 104, 107. So they are profit taking, so the price is moving up right now. But they did not add too much longs. It looks like they did not, but here is the trick. Because they know when is this report reported. So let me show it like this. So they know that this report is always reported on the Tuesday. So they always, when they took the price down here, which was this 2 weeks ago, so it looks like they closed the longs because they have the longs here 34, then they took the price up, they closed these longs here, price start to drop down, and here you see that they have less shorts, because they've been closing them on the way down, and they reported even less longs. But then the price moved up, of course, because they reported these numbers on the Tuesday, and on the Wednesday they start to buy more. And then when is the next report? they drop the price down. So they close the positions here and price the drop down. And again, they bought more here. So this is what they're doing. So we are still cannot see it in this report. So they are trying to hide what they are doing. But if you look at this thing, their shorts positions, they've been 92 in average, and they are right now only 84. And the longs, they almost getting over the average. And if we check the net positions, it's getting better and better. So right, they've been like 64, minus 64, and right now they are just minus 52. And here is our entry where we entered on the trade. So this is mostly the thing what I like when the price hit the some so-called support and it start to drop down. So here when it's dropping like this, the people start to sell, of course, and they put stop loss always down here. And how do I know that this will be mostly taken out? Because look at the market dynamics. Look how it's going down. It's going like, you know, this. So this is like accumulation. It's like a I don't know how to call it, like a vertical accumulation or something like that. It's like some, you know, like a flag. It could be this flag formation, you know, and then waiting for the break. So it would be different if you have the drop like this. If the price drop like this from here, yes, then I can believe that the price will continue down. But if it's dropping like this, they are just, you know, taking the people to the market and then boom, move it up. And this is what I think is happening same again right now. So price is retracing down, and I think this support will hold and the price will continue much higher until until it will finish into this zone, which is on the weekly, this one. So in this confluence, there I might start looking for the shorts, and it will be in the time when the dollar index drop into that liquidity, if you remember dollar index chart. So it's all in perfect confluence. This is US oil. I actually didn't collect the data for the US oil this week, but here is the trade I posted on my trading view, and I think this idea is working very well. Let's check, where was it? Which one was that? US oil. I posted a trade in the past, and is working. I think it's working, but I'm not in this trade. So it's this one where I was expecting to create this wave 5. So it's actually happening, and but I'm not in this trade because I don't trade the oil too much. So let's see. Okay, so let's continue to the next one, which is the gold, and gold is the very, very bullish pair. So what do we see here? We can see that the gold is bullish on monthly, bullish on the weekly, bullish on the daily, and here happened what I was expecting. I thought that the banks are taking out the profits, but as again the market dynamics didn't say that it would be really clear breakdown. So I closed my shorts with the slight loss. If I look at it on the daily, and we will check the bank's data, what they are doing, they basically became even more bullish. You can see that they added like 8k longs since here into here, and then boom, they moved the price up. Now the problem is that they are very overexposed to the long side. So I think that they must start to take out some profits, because they cannot put all their money into it. So what I will be looking for, if I will want to trade it, the problem is that I'm bearish with the dollar at the moment with the short term. So if the price drop down here, then I will start to look for longs. But will I take this trade? No, because I don't believe the dollar at the moment. So I don't touch this one for the moment. What is the next one? Next one is Kiwi. Kiwi is a very interesting one. I mean, interesting the situation how the banks are playing that. So we have a monthly downtrend, weekly downtrend, but I must say that this is actually this could be already called like an uptrend on the weekly because we have this. But you know the problem is that there was not like you know the structure it would make a trend. I mean it's like just only the impulse the one this one. So I will must reconsider this. But the important is that my main time frame is daily, and what do we see here is this. So the price is of course moving up. We can see all about this. But how is it played by the banks? So what they are actually doing? If we check this, we can see that they have they have no longs. They have no longs positions, and the price is moving up by just closing the shorts massively. They went from the 67k. They are right now just 38. But sorry, this is the net positions. They went from the 43 to the 28, so they closing it very often. But what do we see? I mean very much. I mean what do we see here is that here is the 2 weeks report ago, so when they been like 10k. But the problem is again the report is on the Tuesday, then on the Wednesday this big buying activity happened, price start to move up, and they took the profit here because the next report is on the bottom of this bearish candle. So here was taking the profit, so we don't see their longs again. So I am sure that if they want to take the price higher, they will must to accumulate more longs. So they will have to drop the price down before they will go higher. Let's see how this is gonna be played, and we see that they don't have too much shorts. So at this moment I don't like to enter. I mean here, you know, it's too high for me. So what I will be looking for is that I will wait for short on the Kiwi because it's for quite some time a move is getting pretty stronger. And what I will want to see, that the next week or some weeks in the future they will add more shorts, and when I will see that the banks are starting to add shorts, then I will be looking to short with them. Of course I'm not gonna short the blindly. I will be looking on the lower time frame, which I'm already seeing here, which you know, for some breaks, but not with this, which looks more again like some flag, and then for continuation up I will be looking for some nice bearish impulse and then continuation lower for this moment. The next one is pound. Yes, the pound, we had this amazing trade. It was really good one. And how it was played. So let's look at it this way. So what happened here is this. I was actually expecting on the pound to happen this. I was waiting that till the price dropped down in this wedge, and from here I was expecting the price move up, which actually happened, and we had this amazing trade which I showed you on the beginning. But here is how I was what I was thinking, that I was looking as well that the banks are adding the longs while the price moving down, and yeah, so what happened here was this it was this stop hunt, and then the price started to move up, which was pretty nice nice momentum, and then it, you know, it was beautiful trade. I mean very good one. But what's next, what I expect more right now? So if you look at it on the 4 hours chart, what I think is happening here. Okay, let me clear it with the banks positions data. So as I said, why I was expecting this, not only because of this batch, the price action by its alone, and it can work sometimes, but not often, if you don't have a strong backup with the data. So what I saw is that the banks was dropping the price down, but all of their report they added more longs, except the last one, but I didn't saw it. The last one I saw here on the Friday, so I didn't know in that time what is going on here. But what was big clue for me is that I saw that each drop they are in the longs, even the shorts, because they need to bring the price down. And I said last week that we will definitely see less shorts this week, this report, and this is exactly what we are seeing. So the banks reported in here like 85k shorts. Then when the price dropped even lower, of course they lowered their longs because they took some profit here and they wanted to bring the price down. And then on this report you can see that they was already preparing for this move up, so they reported only 70k shorts, so they closed the shorts here and the price move up. And I'm definitely sure that we don't see these longs right now because it happened Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but next week we will see the positive longs and maybe even less shorts, but it depends how will be the report, because if the report will be on the Tuesday and it will be the bearish candle, they will probably close the longs again here and they will report it on the Tuesday, so we will not see the rise and they will be trying to hide it too much. Now here's another trick that I want to speak about, my friends, what they are doing mostly. And one my friend which I'm trading with, he's telling me like, be careful because the banks, what could happen, the parity, because there was, okay, always when the banks having a big short positions as they had it right now, because we can see that they had all these like 85k shorts, they needed to close it and they are looking for the liquidity. They need to sell it to someone. And they closed it only 13, but probably here they closed even more the next days when they did this drop. And here is the thing, when the banks are doing this thing, they're looking for the liquidity. So what happened in that day? You can see technically, this and drop, and in that day article like this comes out. So what is here? The pound could fall to the parity USD on hard disk, blah 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 blah. And it happened on the July, which was the next day after that. So they release this, they drop it down here. A lot of people sold here. They sold the breakout, they sold from the fear, or they start to, those who even had the buy here, they might, after this start to panic and they start to sell. And when they selling, then someone could be buying, of course, the opposite. So it's a big mafia, and they're using these news to cooperate in this. So this is why I think how this works, and I'm seeing that they are definitely bullish. So what is actually right now my expectation for the further move up? I think that these levels could hold. We might see some more drops which will bring the attention to the source, but the bottom line is that this supply zone was absorbed, which created new demand zone, and from here we will potentially see more buying. The pound is one of the most oversold pairs currencies on the markets, and I see the big volatility bring the price up. Here is the yen, and what I see here is simply monthly downtrend, weekly downtrend. Daily is in the downtrend as well, so no reason to take longs yet. And if we check the COT data, we can see that the banks has closed massive longs from the 128 22k to 45, which was in this big drop. Sorry, we cannot see it on the 4 hours, of course, we must go to the daily, which was here on this big drop. So it happened here. Right now we are having this range, and what I expect, as we can see, they are adding a little bit longs. Of course, it's again because they're trying to hide what they are doing. Check it here. How, if you once you understand this game, it's all became very simple. So we can see always when they're reporting bigger longs, growth in the longs, it's on the bullish candle. So they reported 41k here, then they probably took the profit, and then they reported 45 to bring the price higher again. So at this moment I'm seeing that they are some kind of like if is it, that was the question, if they really dropping the price lower and adding the longs because they would want to bring the price higher later because they as well closing the shorts, or is it the trick and they just closing it? I don't know yet at this moment. As I am bearish with the dollar, what do I think is that we will see definitely, not definitely, I don't want to say definitely never when we talking about the markets, and if someone's saying definitely or something is 100% sure, it's probably some amateur, and I don't want to do that. So at this moment I'm thinking that we might see a retracement into these levels. Where was this strong impulse, where could be more orders to bring the price to this low. I don't know if we will see the break yet because they did not accumulate the short positions yet. Might it's happening right now. If they want to bring the price much lower, they will probably want to accumulate more shorts, which will happen, which will most likely happen a little bit higher, which is here, where is this liquidity, right? So short term I will be looking for this, but maybe long term this and then that. Let's see. Okay, next one is USD franc. This one is beautiful because simple, the chart monthly broken down uptrend with strong candles, sorry, weekly strong break. So we are looking for the shorts only, and on the daily we can see that the price is dropping, and we have this nice retest here, and we saw this break, and we had actually this trade where we entered after a break, after this break and retest, and price is dropping right now down. We will get out here, but I still would expect the price to drop even lower. So let's see how this one gonna be played. On the USD franc, the COT data are not much telling. Still seeing only that they reduce the longs and not much adding the shorts into the shorts positions. So in this case it's not so clear, but I'm bearish for sure. USD COT is beautiful one. I mean, here is they are playing tricks, but let's break it down from the top down. So monthly broken trend line with the bearish engulfing candle, weekly broken trend line, and we have created new lower lows, so it's officially in the downtrend. This is clear, no doubt about it. What is on the daily, of course, is downtrend, and we have actually I should update this trend line like this one, because here was the new lower low created. So the trend line should be this is the lower low, so the trend line should be like this, is daily trend line right now per my rules. because I have the lowest low, and even the lower one is lower low, and here is even the lowest low. So this was some 4 hours trend line, and this one is not valid anymore. So this is what is going on here, and let me bring it into the daily, and what is going on. So the price is still ranging here. Now the many people thinking, okay, now it must go up because it went down too much. It's not true. Look at this. This is COT data, and we can see that the banks been reducing their long positions from the 70k. Right now they are 40. However, look at the shorts, how they've been cooled off, and right now they are 63k shorts. You know, I mean, 63k shorts from the around the 20s in the average, which is like a 3 times more than average shorts. This is something big. They will definitely want to take price down. They didn't add these shorts for nothing. And now check this, where these shorts was reported. It was reported, the last one was reported here on this top. On this top they reported 63k. Last week 48 on the top. So they still building the position side. What happened here is on the Friday there was a COT news when the price came up here to stop hunt all these all the people who had stop loss here, those who shorted and they put stop loss here. So they accumulated even more, then the price dropped down. What I'm seeing now, look at the net positions. Net positions first week in the negative, and it's now even triple times more. I'm expecting this will go down. It will surprise a lot of people. So those who trading only the technical analysis, they expecting, you know, they think that this is accumulation, but it's not an accumulation yet. It is accumulation, but for the shorts, because this. All right. Next one, okay. I have two more markets with the COT, which is the USD Mexican peso. I like this one because here is the positive swap. But so what is going on here? So we have this monthly uptrend, and I am expecting that this trend line could be finally, after the couple of years, broken down, which would be perfect trade. And what only I don't like is that we are like on these bottoms to entry here, but if we check the data, we can see that the banks has reduced their long positions a lot. They reduced the long positions, and they are actually adding the short positions. So for me, I think it could break these lows. And this was pretty nice liquidity hunt. So we can see that once as they bring this price up, they reported this 60k, and since then it's dropping. So this move, okay, let me bring it, let me make it like this. So this spike up could be the position closing, and then we could be dropping down. So all of these clues giving me and the last one is the silver. Let me bring the silver because this one looks okay. I did not update this chart yet. So what actually happened here, we have this break of these supply zones, which are actually creating, you can see we have the higher high here. So here should be the new trend line, should be like this actually, and now we are officially on the weekly uptrend as well, where we have absorbed these supply zones. Look like this monthly zone could be broken, and on the daily these supply zones are out, so it's uptrend as well, and this looks nice. So we can see that the banks adding heavily longs positions, closing the shorts positions. Couple weeks in a row they becoming very bullish. Commercials are hedging. Everything looks perfect for the retracement. So here actually is a new demand zone, which is the zone which has absorbed these previous supply zones. So this would be perfect trade. And this is everything for me for the COT pairs. I have as well a couple of interesting trades which I'm looking for, or which we have opened, which is, for example, USD SEC. This one is in the perfect confluences. We are seeing, let me make this bigger for you. So we are seeing break with this bullish engulfing candle, and on the weekly break, retest into the supply zone, expecting price to drop further. We have the trade, and I'm expecting it to drop, as I said. Next one is USD Norwegian crown. Very similar, strong break on the monthly. Weekly it's ranging, and I'm expecting this is a distribution zone, so we could expect the price drop lower. On the daily we can see this, it's already in a downtrend, and we have the trade here. Actually some of us has been executed here, not me, because I don't know why my broker widened the spread or what, so I entered with the sell stop, but expecting this dropping too much lower. As well, there is interesting USD CZK. I will make this just quickly because I don't want to make this video too long. So as well, this one expecting to drop from this supply zone. The next one is USD SGD, Singapore dollar. Beautiful drop, expecting the continuation down. Next one is actually I want to speak about the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. It's the one trade which we have, and I will have to exit this trade early. So here is the thing what is actually happening. So we have a monthly downtrend, weekly downtrend, but right now we are below this trend line, and it looks like it wanna break if we check it on the daily. So what I see here is that I am having the uptrend, it's of course, and I make this stupid mistake because I entered on the break of the trend line. And right now I'm in the trade like all of the crowd it is. But here is the mistake. This break is not any strong. This is more like the accumulation of the positions. So all of these traders which entered here, and I have made this stupid mistake as well. By that I don't want to say that traders are stupid, but mostly if the crowd is doing the same thing, they will put the stop loss here. So what appears above here is simply that above that will be the stop losses, which is the money for the bank. So in here will be the money, and they will want to come for it. If I look closely, what I can see here as well is this 1 2 3 sorry, wave 1 2 3. And what is mostly happening is that the wave 3 makes the break through the trend line, which attracts the people in here, and then when enough money appears above, then the wave 5, which is the strongest one and the quickest one, and make this stop hunt. So what we did with people who trades with me, we moved the stop loss in below to our entry, so we will not lose on this trade. And right now what I'm expecting that more possibly will gonna happen is this, right? So I'm thinking that this is gonna happen. And why I'm thinking this is gonna happen? Simply as well because of this market dynamics, this price action. But the most important is this thing. If I look into these two and I will compare them. So check. USD CAT, the shorts are heavily. So what does that mean? This is strong. Let me make it with a different color. This is strong CAT, right? And here is USD JPY. I see that they are adding the longs and they don't have too much shorts. USD JPY. So if the USD JPY is going up, it's weak, like a minus JPY, which is overall COT JPY positive, and it could go up. So this is how I understand this, and I expect this happen. It will be good trade because I saw a lot of people is in this trade, and when most of the time retail traders and the crowd start to do something, and they are mostly wrong. So let's see how this is gonna be played, and yeah. So this is everything from me, my friends. I thank you for the watching. Definitely don't forget visit my trading view and click the follow, because what you can see here is a lot of my posts are, and what I'm doing is about education. So here is the posts, for example, about how to do the risk properly. I mean the proper risk management. I described it all here, and I'm putting the examples as well. If any trade is here and you wanna learn how to work it, I as well described why I'm entering, what I'm seeing here in the details, how I use the COT, what I'm seeing on the weekly dollar, you know, then drop, adding again entry, then how the price moves up. So all of these things, as well as stop hounds theory, explain it. I mean, how to use it, how to spot it, how to enter. This could be useful for you. I mean, I don't say that I am the Forex guru. I don't want to call myself as a guru. But here is the things what I'm doing, and they're working for me. So might it could work for you. Okay, so this is it. Have a great rest of the week, and I thank you very much. Bye bye.